What's up guys, Philip here, and I am back in the garage to do what I thought would be a fun little video, which is talk about the bars that I have in my home gym and what bars I would have in my home gym right now if I had to start from scratch, knowing what I know. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick this off by giving y'all a quick rundown of the bars I have. Now, just to give you a little bit of a background, I train in, I guess I would call it more of a power building style. Wouldn't call myself a power lifter, but I do a lot of big three type movements in my training. So with that being said, my power bars are very important to me. And I have two of them, starting with the Rogue Ohio Power Bar, which I've had in a Cerakote shaft and sleeves, and a stainless shaft and proprietary matte black sleeve, which is the one I have right now. And I love this bar. It is a 29mm powerlifting barbell with a center knurl, and it's got a perfect balance of aggressive but also comfortable knurling with its volcano style knurling. So it's great for all of the big three movements, and it is just a fantastic, phenomenal power bar. That comes with the endorsement from the Grand Wizard of Basement Powerlifting himself. So enough said. Now, moving on, I have also a Rep Deep Knurl stainless steel power bar. It has a volcano style knurling, so a little bit more aggressive, and I use it typically when I am deadlifting with a stiff bar, but I don't really use it as much for squats and bench press because it doesn't feel as comfortable in the hands, especially with bench press. So I have that one as well. I like it a lot. It is fully stainless steel, the shafts and sleeves, but it is not as universal, in my opinion, as the Ohio Power Bar. So those are the meat and potatoes of my bar collection, if you will. Now let's talk about a few of the specialty bars that I have, starting with my trap bar. I don't use it that much, but I do have the Titan big boy trap bar, if you will, the rackable trap bar. And mine is a version 2. They are now on a version 3. And I love it. I believe it has something like an 800-pound weight capacity, and it feels very, very solid under a heavy load. So I really do like that bar. And then moving on, I guess I'll talk about my safety squat bar next, which is the Titan safety squat bar version 2, which is another great bar. It's one of their flagship products, and it is a chrome across basically the entirety of the bar, with a very comfortable pad to go across as your yoke, if you will, and handles, only one set of handles with a rubber kind of contoured grip, or like a fake plastic more. So not super crazy about those, but I do enjoy that bar. It is a fantastic bar, and I don't use it enough now, but I will say, tore my pec, 15,000th time I've said that, but it was a lifesaver getting back into a squat type movement. So for anybody who has a shoulder issue or any kind of upper body issue, it is a fantastic bar to use for your squats, as well as just a great bar to use as an accessory movement. So lastly, I will talk about my pressing bar, my football bar, if you will, which is actually a bar that is from a company that does not make this bar anymore. So it's just the Edge Fitness Slim Football Bar. And I do really like it. It is built very well. It has a nice, I guess you could call it, the cage of the bar is thinner, so it feels a lot more balanced in your hands. It has less front and back movement. And it's just a great bar overall. You know, it's not the fanciest, it doesn't have knurling, and it has black powder coated sleeves, which have chipped pretty bad at this point, but it is a great bar overall. Now, last one I'll talk about is my axle bar. Not much to say about that one. It's just the 84-inch version from Titan Fitness. I believe it's like 85 bucks, and it is not fancy. It's a piece of pipe with a black powder coat on it, but works really well, and I use it mainly for inverted rows with a thumbless grip. for extra grip. Now, those are the bars that I have currently. Hey guys, just realized that I completely forgot to talk about my deadlift bar. Guess I haven't been showing it enough love lately. That's absolutely a lie, but I also have the Rogue Ohio deadlift bar in a Cerakote, and I love that bar. It is a 27 millimeter shaft, and it is longer to create a little bit more width. It's very, very fun to use for deadlifts, and I absolutely love it. I love deadlifting, so I would 100% also have a deadlift bar, so that is also in my collection currently. If I had to, I guess, do it all over again, knowing what I know now and what is on the market, what would I pick? Okay, so let's actually flip the script and talk about the specialty bars that I would have first, because that is where most of the change would be. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give props to Rep. Rep, as a lot of y'all know, have come out with some fantastic products, some real innovations, and in their specialty bar game, that is where I have seen them level up the most. So starting with the safety squat bar, I would most definitely go with Rep's safety squat bar at this point. I believe it's about $330 and with free shipping. And you get a bar with a black powder coat across the, I guess, yoke of it. But I do believe it has like a chrome finish on the sleeve. So where these sleeves will be contacting the bar, that will be protected. And the biggest difference is the handles, guys. They come with knurled chrome handles, which is such an upgrade over Titan's fake plastic handles. Now, would I trade my Titan bar now for a Rep bar? No, but I would most definitely go with the Rep safety squat bar instead of the Titan if I did not have one already. So next, let's talk about the trap bar. I still would have a trap bar. It's just a great alternative. It is what I used a lot when I had some hip and groin issues. And it's just it's a fantastic implement. It's like a squat deadlift hybrid that works your grip. So really love trap bars, and I don't use them that much, but I do think they're a valuable tool. So would I still have the Titan trap bar? Absolutely not. I do believe it's like $330 right now. I'll put it up on the screen so that we can get an absolute figure or an exact figure. But I would definitely go with the Rep open trap bar at this point, because number one, it is an open trap bar. You can do a lot more movements with it, but for the most part, let's be honest, you're probably going to use it for trap bar deadlifts. That is what its sole focus is. They throw little, features on it. I know it does have a knurling, so you can use it for almost like a cambered squat. And I have heard that those movements work very well, but most likely you're going to use this mainly for a trap bar deadlift, and that is where it excels. It is a very, very well balanced bar from what I've heard again. And it is an open trap bar, which means that it has feet that you can prop the bar up onto to load weights onto the bar. If you have deadlifted heavy on a trap bar, it's a pain in the butt to get the bar plates on the sleeve. And so that is huge, guys. The variety of exercises, the extra features, I guess, are a nice little thing, but definitely the fact that it is an open design with a built-in deadlift jack. It also does have stainless steel handles as opposed to Titan's powder-coated black handles, and it has chrome sleeves, I do believe, as opposed to Titan's powder-coated sleeves. So it's in its own, I guess, dimension or own class. Just way there are levels to this, and it's a way higher level at this point. So I believe it's about $400, and I would go ahead and pay that extra premium because you're going to have it for a long time, likely, unless you sell it on Facebook Marketplace because you don't use it. But if you do have it for a while, I definitely believe those premium differences are worth that extra price, if you will. So definitely would go with that trap bar. Now, going ahead and moving on to an axle bar, I would definitely still have an axle bar, and I wouldn't change that pick. I would keep it with the Titan axle bar. It is what it needs to be, and it's very cheap. I believe it's like $85, and they run regular sales on it, and that's for the 84-inch version. So definitely would keep that one. But moving on to the cambered grip bar, the football bar, mine doesn't have a cambered grip, and I definitely would pick a different one now that there are more options. And surprise, we're going back to Rep because they also released a cambered bar recently that looks very, very nice for the price tag of about $290. It does have knurled powder coated black handles, and it has chrome sleeves that bolt on and off. So that is it's a very premium bar. When you see a football bar that has chrome sleeves, it automatically gets put into another class, in my opinion. So with that and the camber at 290 pounds, or $290 rather, I would definitely pick that one. Now, there are some alternatives to these specialty bars. There are, you know, definitely for the football bar, there's the Elite FTS SS Yoke and the Elite FTS football bar, American cambered bar. But at this point, as much as I love Dave Tate, I do believe that, you know, there have not been some innovations on those bars, and they have been passed up while being outmatched in price as well. So with that, you also have the Kabuki Cadillac bar for the football bar, and it might be marginally nicer, but I wouldn't pay double, I mean almost double for it. It doesn't look twice as nice to me. So with that being said, those are some of the specialty bars. Now with the power bars, what would I do concerning those? And it's a pretty simple answer. I would stick with my Ohio power bar, and I would get it in a stainless shaft with chrome sleeves likely. You can get stainless sleeves, but it's an extra $70 premium. I don't feel like that is worth it. It might be to you, so that's just something you would have to decide on your own. But I would definitely go with that Ohio power bar with the stainless shaft at least. And I would not buy the Rogue Ohio, the Rep stainless steel deep knurl power bar. It is a great bar. It is fun to do, to use for deadlifts, but as far as the price tag for what you get, I don't feel like the value proposition is there. It's about $450. Now, if you do find it discounted, and they have run deep discounts, you know, recently, then that is one thing, but I would not pay $450 for that bar knowing what I know now. Okay, so now let's talk about whether I would keep a deadlift bar in my collection. The answer to that is definitely yes. I love my deadlift bar, and it is such a fun experience getting to use it. Now, would I have the same deadlift bar? And my answer is probably not. I do love my Rogue Ohio deadlift bar, but if I had to do it all over again, I would go with the Texas deadlift, as it is a very comparable price, and it has a little bit more aggressive knurling with a little bit of a thicker collar on the sleeve. And I've used it once, only up to 405, and it was super fun to use even with an old kind of caked in knurling. So I can only imagine how fun it would be if it had a new, more aggressive knurling. So would definitely go with the Texas deadlift bar if I had to do it again. That is kind of it, guys. So just basically to sum up my thoughts, I would have one less bar, but I would use the money from what I spent on the Rep stainless steel bar, and I would pump those into the nicer specialty bars that are out now, particularly the ones from Rep. And I think that would be a fantastic bar collection. So just my thoughts, guys. These are ramblings, I know, but I hope this helped. I hope this at least steered you in a direction to look into some products. And if it did, drop a comment down in the comment section below. Tell me what you have and what you would go with instead of what you have. I appreciate you guys watching this, and I will catch you guys on the next one.